what a lot of people don't understand, especially Moors, that see us, taking the steps that we're taking, um, because they have so many questions, about the United States. What has the United States said to you all, or, what have the 12 signatory powers that they said? When you're doing what we're doing, for one, it's a big process, and for two, um, it's a lot that the other signatory powers or states, they have to physically see to see if the Moors are really serious. We played so many games for so long to where we have to prove ourselves. We have to prove ourselves that we're ready to self-govern. That we're ready to officially get in diplomatic relations. And we can have this grown conversation about this land and this territory, and respect each other. And that stage, that's kind of the stage that we're at right now, with formally getting into having this conversation, with the United States or the 12 signatory powers. But it takes a lot to get to that point. Does that mean that everything that we may put online or some of the things we speak about is not happening? No, that doesn't mean that. It's a lot happening. But again, it's a process getting to, the table to meet with other nations when you've been missing for so long, as well as, it's a lot of muddy water, out there, as we said earlier about good and bad Moors, that's out there about the Moors, and Moors, we can't just point the finger. We can't be the one pointing the finger like, none of everything that happened is not our fault. We had a part to play, in our demise, in our falling, whether, Moors were in cahoots with the Europeans, to make the Moors stay asleep as long as they did, as well as, right now, Moors still don't want to adhere to the treaties. Moors, all day they parade online saying that they're Moroccan, but they're not having any pledged their allegiance to the Empire of Morocco in accordance with Article 15, Paragraph 1 of the treaties. So from that perspective, when you're dealing with the United States or another signatory power, as a Moor, they're looking at your treaty saying, okay, you haven't even followed your own treaty to come back into your Moroccan nationality, but you want us to treat you like you a Moor. So, it's two sides to the coin, and Moors have to, they just have to step up, and look at this in a mature fashion. If they really want to self-govern and they really want their Moroccan nationality. I can't say it's a lot of misconceptions about, what it actually is to be a Moroccan national. From the point in time that I came back into my nationality of being a Moroccan national, learning the principles of international law, it's a lot different than what I actually imagined in my mind. The work, that it takes to, learn international law. The way that I have to project myself in the public, because I understand that I'm at a higher status quo than, the average person who may not understand this information. So, it's a lot of responsibility, being a de jure Moroccan national. But in the end, all the hard work and the dedication and the discipline, that it takes to change oneself, is all worth it. It's all worth it, to be in a superior position. I think the saying is, a lot is required to one that a lot is given. So, if you want a lot, it's going to take a lot to maintain it.